What's up everyone, welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We're aiming for 20k subscribers and get a deal in the description if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and that's probably because you haven't hit the bell. Thank you again for all your support. We're so proud of the amazing community that we've built. So we're just taking a look at Verasity here now, as we can see, it's doing absolutely amazingly, isn't it? A lot of altcoins are breaking out right now and looking really, really strong. We can see Verasity is actually somewhat breaking out right now, currently at 4.6 cents here. You can see obviously, as we say in all our videos, we basically formed a big range like this in recent months with the big downtrend that we did see. You guys got your high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Basically a big downtrend like this. With that descending wedge that a lot of cryptos had. Obviously, we broke to the upside of that eventually once we had the fake out to the downside of this actual range that we did form here. You can see obviously we came down and then came back to the upside. We formed our range, basically coming up again and hitting our head on this previous level of support, flipped into resistance here. And then since then we did roll over. We come all the way down to, 0.75% here, 0.75%. We obviously got back up to around a cent here. Once we had the fake out to the downside, obviously Bitcoin went below 30k here. Everyone's short in the bottom. Say we're in a bear market, and obviously we had all these big, massive bearish, bullish divergences to see. And you can see what happened. We obviously came up, we broke through the 20 here, consolidated in between the 20 and the 55 really bullishly for about a week. Had a huge break to the upside, another nice little consolidation. We broke out of this little range that we did form. We come up to the top of our overall range. We absolutely smash it out of the park, by the way. Didn't even test it as resistance, really. I guess you could say we did here. But realistically, we just smashed out of the range here at around 2.5 cents. Ran all the way up to the next resistance, which was at around 4 cents here. We had a bit of a rollover to retest support. It looks as though we are pretty much holding the 20 here as support, doesn't it? We haven't even come back and really back tested it fully, just showing how strong Verasity is actually trading right now. And you can see since then we've obviously got another pickup off of this, and we're just pumping up through the next level, just absolutely smashing through all the levels. So we basically formed a little tiny range like this, you would say, realistically. And it looks as though, Veracity's come up. It's formed the top of this range. We come back down. We test the 20 pretty much as support in and around this region here. We obviously come up, consolidated. We come back up to the top of the range. Didn't even test it twice. We just smashed straight through it on the second time. So that's showing a lot of strength for Verasity in terms of price action, isn't it? And Verasity is getting a lot of use. It's got a lot of fundamental utility. It's a really, really strong project in general. And we do think, along with this chart, the actual project itself is extremely useful. So it's probably going to get a lot of use and start pumping the price up as more people adopt it. So it's looking really, really strong, isn't it? And as we said, if we did start to break out of this level here, which we said in our previous video at around 4 cents, we've only really got, this 4.8, 4.9 cent level, maybe just the 5 cent level really, upwards of before we do head up to that all-time high of around 5.5 cents. So, it looks as though we're on a journey right now and we're heading towards the top of this chart, aren't we? Towards all-time highs in the next few weeks if we do continue on this trajectory. So Verasity looking really strong. Now that we've ascertained what's going on, we can look at some short-term price predictions. So as we always say with a lot of cryptos right now, we're holding the 20 like an absolute beast. We'd always expect this to hold as support, considering how bullish that we've been here and how we haven't even retested it as support yet, showing just how strong this price action is, especially on our daily time frame here. So we would imagine if we did roll over here, we've got the 20 coming up like this. We'd imagine we'd roll over and bounce off the 20 here if we did actually touch it, because you can see we haven't even touched it here, but you can see we're kind of in the region of it when we do come back down and find that support. So we'd expect the 20 to hold if we did roll over. And then if we rolled over a lot in the wider market, we've obviously got our 55 coming up like this as well, realistically coming in and probably, acting as a very nice secondary support for the bottom of this range here at around that 2.53 cent level if we did roll back down to that extent. But obviously what we're expecting realistically is short-term price prediction to the upside. We probably expect Verasity to, you know, it's going to get quite a head of steam up here, isn't it? It looks as though it's really pumping up. We'd expect around that 5-cent level to be a decent area of resistance, because a lot of people will take profits because it's a psychological number. And if we did roll over, we've obviously got the top of this range as good support as well at around 4 cents. So if we do keep on pumping there and we do just smash through all these levels, we're coming for that all-time high, aren't we? At around that 5.5 cent level. So do check out and anticipate that 5 cent level and that 5.5 cent level, because they could be really, really strong. Really, really strong levels to be looking for in the short term. So those will be our short-term price predictions. And then if we just take a look at our fib retracement here, which is a good way to get an idea of what we could be looking at. We do think that 50 cent to $1 level for Verasity is very, very achievable in our opinion. Obviously, the $1 level is quite a push, but we do think 50 cents is definitely a very, very likely scenario. Coming up, you know, just above that 161 extension here. And if we take a look at some key levels to look for, if we do break out the all-time high, by the way, we're looking at that 127 extension here, coinciding pretty much perfectly with that 10-cent level. We've got the 141 coming in at 13 cents, the 161 coming in at 20 cents, and then obviously if we get past that 20 cents level, we're probably looking at 30, 40, 50 cents. Realistically for Verasity by the end of the bull run. And obviously if it got some crazy fundamental news, like it got a huge adoption story or something, we could be looking at Verasity going much higher than that. But obviously being realistic, we would expect probably, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50 cents as being the region that you would expect Verasity to get to in this bull run, considering how, you know, beaten down that we have been. It's got a lot of work to do to get back up to 50 cents, $1 price target, basically. But, you know, never say never. If Verasity starts to get a good head of steam up and its market cap is only like 200 million, you could be looking at a very, very nice price target for Verasity by the end of the bull run. So that's it, guys. We'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below. And don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with the 4 videos that we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalist.